What's up, guys? I'm just going to do a couple-minute video on the truth about agility. I think a lot of people think of agility as, cutting, stopping, and starting, cone drills, different drills you'll see, ladders and things like that. And that's for sure a part of it, except it's not all of it. There's a massive amount of variables that can impact even your ability to stop and start and react and be fast and explosive during those things. For example, for at least to a certain extent, building stronger legs will help you run faster. To a point, of course. You also have to train running fast. So is that not agility work in a way? If it feeds the ability to run fast, that's a part of agility training. Doing explosive movements like jumping really high or even Olympic lifting, things like that, those train your body to be more powerful. And then when you go do those cutting drills, that power, the idea is for it to transfer into that sort of stuff and ideally into a game. So that's a form of agility. Doing mobility work where you can improve your body's ability to achieve ranges of motion that are active, so not passive stretching, like being able to be more flexible while you're actually playing a game versus having to, to stretch, like passively stretch into positions. That might allow you to make more agile decisions or be more agile. So that feeds into agility. So really, like, all of training feeds into being fast and explosive on the field, which is a lot of athletes' goals. So agility isn't just those types of drills. And if you see someone squatting, they're actually feeding their ability to be more agile. Now, another component to this as well is the cognitive or the brain, and your reactive ability. So being able to recognize something in the environment that you're playing in and make a quick decision and making the right decision. And also having the coordinative motor patterns or coordination built into your body to have a ton of different movement patterns that you could call upon in order to make moves and to avoid somebody or get around somebody or avoid injury, things like that. So, which also feeds into playing tons of sports and tons of different games and doing a wide variety of drills. If you have more patterns or more movements to be able that you've become proficient at to call upon, you never know when you're going to have to use those sorts of things. So having a wide repertoire of those things is really important too. That's why I would argue, way more beneficial for somebody who wants to even go to college or play higher levels to play multiple sports pretty much as long as you can. There's even arguments to be made that professionals should be doing things safely so they don't ruin their million-dollar careers that are unique or different variety and movements that aren't their sport. That's a whole different topic, but there's research out there saying that might be a really good idea. And the last thing I'll follow up with is agility isn't always moving super fast and cutting and stopping out on a field or even just moving at high speeds. If you think about it, think about a quarterback or an NFL running back. They're good examples. If Tom Brady is in the pocket, right? So he's getting ready to pass the ball and he has this game sense or this experience to know there might be someone behind me, this internal clock, and he just steps up into the pocket and then that defenseman goes around him and he doesn't get tackled and get the play off. That's a form of agility, being able to react to the stimulus around you, the stimuli around you, and make the right decision. So as important as it is to be strong, to be fast, to be explosive, to challenge your body to be able to cut hard and prepare your tissues to be able to handle really hard, explosive, high velocity movements. All of that feeds into agility, but also getting experience in the sports, having a ton of different coordinative patterns to be able to adjust and make the right decisions. And those might not always be at high speeds. And just one more example, a running back. Sure, they might run straight into a hole, or they might stop and stutter step and look around real quick. And all those sorts of things feed into agility. So really, I would equate agility, the definition of it is basically athleticism. And so play all the sports, train all the qualities, and you follow that path, then I think you'll be really happy with how much more agile you become.